All right, so thank you for hopping on today. This is week 2 of our Diamond Push Pod. I think that having everybody in that chat thread is going phenomenal, and I love having you guys in there with this like close-knit chatting that we're doing. And I hope that these trainings and pockets like this are helping you guys really be action-oriented. I think it's very easy as a coach, whether you're brand new or you've been doing it for a while, to get wrapped into training and training and training and never actually the doing. It can be, you think that you're working because you're learning and you're doing podcasts and you're reading and developing, but until you really start to put that stuff into action, you're never going to see your business move forward. And you guys are all definitely taking the steps towards action, considering that everybody locked in tier 1 and a whole slew of you have already locked in tier 2 ahead of the game, which is incredible. So shout out to all of you guys for the work and the effort that you're putting in this group. I want to start with just 5 tips for inviting that you've probably heard before, but I just kind of want, they're good and I want to reiterate them. And I really want you to kind of think about how you can incorporate these tips into what you're doing currently in your inviting process. So step 1, and a lot of these tie into the TFTF team call if you caught that on Monday night, last night, today's Tuesday. So the step 1 is to build relationships. So it is really, really important to build that relationship and then throw out the invite, because you get to know that person and it comes off a lot less like they're being sold. They actually feel valued when you invite them that way. So and I'm talking more along the lines of cold markets. Your warm market, you already have a relationship with. You don't have to do that building piece. But if they're cold market, I highly recommend like trying to build that relationship first and then throw out the invite, which leads right into step 2. And step 2 is like, go for no. If you never take the leap to try and get the no, you're never going to get the yes, right? So you have to go for it. Even if no is the answer, no always, always means not right now. Unless they flat out tell you, I never ever want to do this, don't ever talk to me again, which has only happened one time in my 15 months of coaching, and that was a pretty unique example. But if they just say no, no thank you, or they ghost you, they're on your follow-up list now. So you have to take that first step for an invite to get the no so that you can move forward. You have to be okay with getting that no. A lot of people do no challenges. Like they're not going to stop until they get 25 no's, because you know what? That 26th one is probably a yes. So just don't be scared of that no. Step number 3, and this is one that really ties into the team call on Monday, ask good questions. You can lead a conversation by asking the right questions. Ask them what they're struggling with, and if they don't give you the answers you want, tailor the questions to get the answers you want, right? A lot of people don't want to admit that their nutrition is the problem. So you can ask about, how's your energy level? How is your afternoon snacking? How is your water intake? Ask them really good questions to get them pointed to, this is the answer for them, right? You can help with so many different things depending on what their problem area is. Not everybody needs help with workouts. Some people are out running and crushing it, but maybe they're not getting the results that they want. Maybe they're not toning the way that they want. Some people think that they're eating healthy, but how's their energy mid-afternoon, right? There's just a lot of different questions that you can ask to help get them pointed to the light bulb that says, holy smokes, maybe this could help me too. Step number 4, show interest. Like actually be interested in the people that you're inviting. If the people that you're reaching out to and inviting don't feel like your people, don't invite them, you guys. I know that that's hard to hear as a newer coach, because at the end of the day, you're trying to hit Success Club and you don't care who they are, just want to hit Success Clubs, but it's so much bigger than that. And it's so important to really connect with the people that you're bringing onto your team. And if they have a question or a post that actually intrigues you and interests you, those are your people. Those are the people you want to connect with and engage with, and be interested in what they're saying, because they need to build that trust with you as their coach, to be able to say yes to you, that they can do this with you for the long haul. And my last one that's just kind of random, and in the time of quarantine it's a little bit tough, but wear and share. So anytime you're in public or out and about or in a social gathering, have your shake in your hand. It doesn't have to be in a Shakeology plastered cup, but have your shake with you. Or put on a piece of apparel that you have. Generate those questions, because I can tell you from experience, going to the dance studio, I always have my shake with me. That's typically when I have my shake, is in the afternoon heading to dance class. And I, a lot of times, will wear my Beachbody branded apparel. And I have signed up a lot of dance moms because conversations just come, they know what I'm doing. They can see that I'm like branded to some extent, and they can see what I'm doing with this stuff, right? So I'm not saying be a walking, talking Beachbody billboard, but anything you can do to generate curiosity about what you're doing with this lifestyle is going to help conversations start more naturally. And that ties right into like sharing your shake in your stories every day and sharing your Energize every day. And I mean, we're not out in public right now, we're at home, so the only way we have is through our stories. So just by sharing that stuff that is going to generate conversation and curiosity is super important. So I just wanted to start with those 5 tips. We're going to break off into a really quick, like, action-oriented piece of this. And then when we finish that, we're going to circle back and answer any questions or hangups that you guys might be having with invites, or if you have like a really big win that you want to share, any of those. So start thinking of things, that questions you may have or things you want to share with the group. And we are recording this, and we'll get it to all the other ladies that are in that push pod too. So think of anything that you want to add to the end of this call. But first challenge, and it's not a timed challenge, it is a do challenge. Everybody this week, or maybe they did on Sunday, I know Kim's team did on Sunday, but everybody this week has an opportunity to invite to a coach open house. Either the one on the Beachbody Champions page today, Beachbody 411 page today, or your team may be hosting a coach info sneak peek session of some sort this week, or maybe both. So I am going to challenge you right now to go invite 5 people to one of those coaching opportunities. It can be an existing client or coach that you have on your team that maybe might have some interest in coaching, that you could reach out and say, hey, you've been slaying the game, you've been checking in, you've been supporting other people. Have you ever thought about doing what I do as a coach? We actually have this event happening today at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like to listen in, I'd love to get you hooked up with it. If it's a brand new person that you've been following, that you've had prospected as a coach, same thing, reach out to them like, hey, I can see you're already into fitness. Have you ever thought about what I do as a coach? I have this event today at 3 p.m. and I think that you'd be like an awesome fit for this if you'd like to listen in. So I would challenge you guys to just break away. I will stop the clock if it takes too long, but my goal is for you to get 5 of those invites in and comment in the box done when you get all 5. Go.
I want to add create a list. Katie was one of my scaries, and she ended up joining me. I had never actually got the nerve to actually invite her. I think I planted the seed enough for her to want to join me and check out just the workouts first. But you need to at least have the courage to connect with those people that you know would be really good at this and start planting the seed. So maybe you don't throw it out there raw, but if it's friends of yours that would be really good at this, like good close friends of yours, just invite them. Just say, oh my gosh, this has been the best thing ever. I love this community. I think you would be amazing at this too. Would you consider doing this with me? And just see what they say. And again, you're just kind of planting that seed. You're just getting it out there. And if they're not ready right now, it's okay. Maybe they're just going to watch you for a while and kind of try to get a feel for it themselves. And, they're going to try to put themselves in your shoes to see if they're actually going to be interested in something like this. So the point of these invites sometimes is just to plant the seed. It's not necessarily to hear a yes. So I just wanted to add that on.
All right, if you're still going, go ahead and keep going. I just want to chat a little bit before we move on to the next item of business. So those coaching invites can feel scary, just like Nicole mentioned, and those can be some of the hardest invites to get out. But I think that they are so monumental in moving your business forward. We're all on a dash through diamond, not to diamond. And I just want to reiterate that to you guys that hitting diamond is an amazing milestone in your business. And it is an accomplishment that less than 5% of the company hit. So hitting diamond is worth celebrating, and we're so proud of you guys for dashing there. But at the end of the day, it is really step one in starting to really grow that business into something big and something that you can really change your life with is and starts at that diamond mark. So by doing those coaching invites just starts to generate that team that you're going to lead into the future. So good job on getting those invites out there. They're so important. So the next piece of this inviting session is inviting into your challenge groups. So it's the first week of the month, and we all have challenge groups that are starting or coming up. And if you don't get something, because you always have to have something that you're inviting to, whether it is a coaching opportunity or a challenge group, a boot camp, a prep week, whatever it is that you're inviting to. So the next quick little challenge is 5 invites into your boot camp that's kicking off whatever date. So give them specifics. If it's people that you've already been talking to, you can say, you know, hey, I've got this boot camp coming up. It's starting on Monday, May 11th. I'd love for you to join me. Would you like some more info on what it's all about? So something along those lines, however your invites have been working for you, or maybe not working. If you have questions or need help on that invite process, let us know in the chat. But if you're feeling confident on what to say in an invite, go run, do 5 invites into your next boot camp and drop done in the comments when you're done. All right, keep working on those invites if you're still working on them. Does anybody have any questions on the inviting process? Anything that is really working for you that you want to share with the group? Any hangups that you have? I think a big mindset shift for me in the inviting process was at the beginning. I was expecting a yes out of every invite. So I would send 10 invites and expect 10 responses, even if it was a no. And at some point, I realized that just getting the invites out there is more valuable than dwelling on that response. And that response maybe is the fact that they're just watching you from behind the scenes so that you can follow up later. Every response looks different, and being ghosted doesn't necessarily mean that they ghosted you, right? Like they maybe clicked on your invite and then didn't think to reply, or not everybody's on social media every single day like we are. So stop dwelling on those responses and just keep inviting to the opportunity. When they respond, if they respond, then you deal with it at the time that you're setting aside time to sit and handle those responses. And then add them to your follow-up list for next month or whatever the case may be. So I don't see any questions. I'll hang tight for another 4 minutes. I wanted to keep this right to 30 minutes for you guys. So you can hang on here and you can work, or you can, drop off and work, or get back to corporate life, or whatever, whatever your day may look like. But I am here to answer questions and help with any inviting. Nicole, do you have anything you want to add?
Yeah, I don't think you mentioned this, but the first week of the month is always like hardcore inviting for me. I invite until I hit Success Club. Once I hit Success Club, then I really switch to just connecting and just reaching out and just building on those next opportunities to invite. So don't feel like you have to truly invite like this all month long. But this first week of the month, getting to Success Club, getting that done. And for you guys, probably shifting to build another account as well, getting that knocked out. You really do have to focus on getting those actual invites out. But after that, then transition to really building the connections like Katie said, and keeping track of those people. And for me in Instagram, putting what are they called, collections together, so that I have like specific collections to go to with people that I feel drawn to for some reason. Maybe they have two boys like I do. Maybe they just, have a similar style that I do. There's something that I'm drawn to them, so that I will put them in a collection, or maybe they've responded to me, whatever. So I can actually purposely go back to certain profiles and continue connecting with them daily if they're posting daily, or make sure I respond to one of their stories. So yeah, just wanted to say that inviting hard in the beginning of the month, and then kind of transitioning to building those relationships and continue building on those until the first week of the next month, or the last couple days of the month, to throw those invites out. But yeah, any questions, you guys? Like anything at all? We are here for the next couple minutes, so don't be shy. I know you're all crushing it though.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording.